Consumer Confidential. David Lazarus joining us in studio right now. We're talking about the East Coast and Gulf Coast port strike. Of course, this could have a major impact on the economy.
Absolutely. And also we're going to feel it on the West Coast as well. Let's unpack this a little bit. Today, thousands of dock workers, nearly 50,000 of them from Maine to Texas, walked off the job to, well, obviously strike and to push their demands for a significant pay hike, as much as 77%, along with other benefit improvements. It's a big flexing of the muscles for organized labor, but with weeks to go until a big election, it's also potentially going to be catastrophic for the national economy. Now, this strike could result in as much as $7.5 billion in losses every single day the longer it goes on. And that's obviously going to impact not just businesses, but also consumers as well. And here on the West Coast, we're going to feel the pinch because weeks ago, many big businesses which saw this labor action on the horizon started moving their shipping to West Coast ports to make sure they could still have their supply chains coming in, even though it would involve trains and trucks to get things from the West Coast over to the East Coast. So overburdened West Coast ports like Long Beach and LA, they're going to get a little tighter now, and that's obviously going to be problematical. Now, what are the industries that could be most affected by this? The food industry is one of them. The auto industry is another, and perhaps most troubling, at least for anyone who's got a chronic medical condition, is prescription drugs, because a lot of drugs come in along this supply chain, and that's often in a just-in-time sort of way. So there's not a lot of inventory for a lot of these things. Therefore, if we start getting into backlogs, that creates issues. Industry analysts say that if this strike goes on for a week, maybe 2 weeks, yes, it creates backlogs, but nothing that isn't going to be harmful overall. We'll just work that out. However, if it goes on longer, that could create genuine shortages, which leads to price hikes, which starts to reverse all of the progress we've made in fighting inflation. So you can see there's a lot of moving parts of something like this, and it also speaks to the fragility of the macro economy. And that is, once you start messing with one piece, you start affecting all the other pieces. And in that sense, it's like dominoes. So on the one hand, okay, organized labor, after decades of struggling to remain relevant and seeing losses in their membership, is once again back in action and is demanding a piece of the pie after the pandemic, saying, hey, there's been a lot of profits in the shipping industry since the pandemic. We want a piece of it. At the same time, however, all it takes is just one little nudge like this, and suddenly whole industries start to topple. We'll see how this plays out in coming days and weeks. Right now, nothing to freak out about. Maybe if we talk about it again next week, it'll be a different story.
And of course, all this happening just before the holidays, that could absolutely have an impact on, just all of it.
Presents.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, and I looked into that, and apparently there's enough inventory for the holiday shopping on hand, so that's probably not going to get impacted too much. On the other hand, for a lot of those just-in-time industries like cars and medicine and things like that, that is very problematical. And bottom line, if your Amazon package is a little bit late, now you know why.
Now you know. Talk about what the workers are demanding.
Well, they want more pay, a lot more pay, a 77% wage hike. Now, granted, workers on the East Coast say they are paid much less than port workers on the West Coast. At the same time, 77%. The industry's offered them a 50% wage hike, and they said, not good enough. I think that speaks to how much clout organized labor has at the moment.
Yeah.
In our second topic, we're discussing CVS reportedly trying to stay afloat, but it feels like Rite Aid, CVS, all these, and especially CVS, as you're going to talk about, partnered with a pharmaceutical company to stay in business. Not so much.
Yeah, and we've talked about some of the issues that the pharmaceutical business has been facing. The fact that Amazon now has an online drugstore and so many other companies are now operating online, that's trouble if you're in the brick and mortar drugstore business. CVS today announcing they're going to lay off another 3,000 workers on top of the 5,000 workers they let go last year. But even more interesting, there are reports out there that CVS is now embarking on a strategic review of its whole portfolio of companies. And one upshot of that, at least according to reports out there, is that CVS is weighing spinning off its Aetna insurance subsidiary. You might not know this, but CVS acquired Aetna in 2018 for a staggering $69 billion, saying that this is going to be great for consumers because you'll have your insurance and your prescription meds and your health care all under one roof. And the idea was to create a healthcare colossus. Along those lines, CVS also spent billions acquiring healthcare clinics so they could be at every aspect: drugstore, insurance company, frontline treatment by practitioners. And it just didn't work out, especially because healthcare claims through insurance companies have soared, especially for Medicare Advantage plans. That's now weighing down CVS's stock. So to protect shareholders, CVS could be looking to spin off Aetna and maybe some of the clinics into a separate entity to protect the drugstore, which is its core business. That's understandable, at least from a fiduciary point of view. At the same time, it just raises a lot of questions about all those mega mergers that we keep seeing. Because every time we get a mega merger, especially one where you get different industries coming together, the line to consumers and to regulators is, don't worry your pretty heads. This is going to be great for consumers, economies of scale, yada, yada, yada. And then the bottom line is these things never fit together very well. And it turns out that the core business that the company was hoping to expand upon is now weighed down by businesses that it really wasn't into in the first place. I wonder if it's not time for regulators to start raising the bar when it comes to mega mergers. It's not to say you don't want mergers, but at the same time, you kind of want to look a little more closely at how these things are going to play out. And I would think that if you are Albertsons and Kroger's at the moment trying to put together that massive supermarket merger, they're thinking, uh-oh.
Yeah. We talked about job losses. What is it going to mean for the consumer, though? Are we going to start seeing pharmacies close, that sort of thing?
Well, we're already seeing that, more Rite Aid than anybody else at this point. But obviously, for brick and mortar pharmacies at the moment, it's not really a sustainable business model anymore. They used to sell not just drugs, but also knickknacks and tchotchkes and things like that. Well, you go online for much of that stuff now. So there's not a good business case to be made for brick and mortar drugstores. At the same time, those economies of scale we were told about, with having an insurance company working together with the drugstore chain, how it's great for everybody, turns out, no. You lose competitive players. You also lose more regulatory oversight because it's all under one roof and things can be hidden. I think for consumers, the best thing is when companies focus on their core capabilities and aren't trying to get into other businesses that they might not know quite as well.
Yeah.
Except for Amazon.
Except for Amazon.
They're the outlier in that scenario.
And any business Amazon enters, they intend to dominate.
Oh,
Exactly.